Hey guys, the Charlie Kirk assassination case and Candace Owens' explosive claims have sent shockwaves across the globe, turning what seemed like a straightforward murder investigation into a tangled web of conspiracy theories, political intrigue, and legal battles. Charlie Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA and a leading conservative activist, was gunned down on September 10, 2025, during a speaking event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. The prime suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, a former UVU student, was arrested shortly after and charged with aggravated murder. Prosecutors have signaled they may seek the death penalty, pointing to a handwritten note from Robinson confessing his intent. "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." DNA evidence on the rifle and witness testimonies further bolster their case. Yet the investigation has spiraled into a storm of speculation, with whispers of foreign involvement, Israel or Mossad, and betrayals within conservative circles. At the heart of this maelstrom is Candace Owens, Kirk's close friend and former Turning Point USA employee, whose provocative statements have fueled the fire. On October 20, 2025, she posted on X, "Don't worry about the gag order in the Charlie Kirk case. I plan to violate it on the world's behalf. The things I've discovered this past week are enough to burn the house down. Yes, Charlie was betrayed." By everyone. This tweet garnered hundreds of thousands of responses, but since then, Owens has gone quiet on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, possibly due to platform pressures or self-imposed caution after backlash, including delistings on Rumble and threats from Turning Point USA. The case took a critical turn on September 29, 2025, when 4th District Court Judge Tony Graff issued a sweeping gag order in State v. Tyler Robinson to prevent pretrial publicity from tainting potential jurors. The order applies to attorneys, law enforcement, witnesses, potentially over 3,000 attendees at the event, and court-affiliated media, barring them from making extrajudicial statements about the case. Issued on the judge's own initiative, Graff emphasized the need for integrity, civility, and diligence in a case that has drawn national attention, including from President Trump. But does this gag order apply to Candace Owens? The answer is no. It targets only those directly involved: lawyers, investigators, witnesses, or media tied to the court. Owens, as an external commentator, isn't bound by it. Her vow to violate the order is more rhetorical defiance than a legal breach. Still, her statements could sway public opinion, prompting the court to consider expanding the order if they deem her comments prejudicial. Graff has reiterated the order's enforcement, stating, "Neither Mr. Robinson nor the people of Utah deserve anything less than the fair and impartial administration of justice." Could Candace Owens face jail time for her claims? It's unlikely, but not impossible. Jail would require a contempt of court finding, which depends on 3 factors. First, the gag order's applicability. She's not covered, as she's neither a party nor a witness. Second, the nature of her statements. Announcing intent to violate isn't enough. Leaking protected information like witness identities or evidence could trigger legal consequences. So far, Owens has teased revelations, like Kirk's alleged fears of being killed 24 hours prior, shared via group chat screenshots without releasing specifics. Third, the judge's willingness to escalate. In similar cases, courts have been cautious with non-parties. For instance, in Trump's 2024 hush money trial, he faced $9,000 in fines and jail warnings as a defendant, but outsiders weren't targeted. Roger Stone, a former Trump advisor, saw tightened restrictions in 2019 for threatening a judge, but external commentators faced no repercussions. Legal analysts peg Owens' risk of jail at 10 to 20%. Fines or platform sanctions are more likely. If she escalates with verifiable leaks, like grand jury material, she could face obstruction charges under Section 1503 of Title 18 of the United States Code, though that's a high bar. The assassination itself is shrouded in mystery, particularly the so-called 306 mystery surrounding the .30-06 rifle round that killed Kirk. According to the FBI, the shot was fired from 140 yards, entering Kirk's neck at the C2 vertebra, traveling through multiple vertebrae, and lodging just above T1 without exiting. This is unusual for a high-powered .30-06 round, which typically punches through a body. Turning Point USA reported the bullet was found just beneath the skin, raising questions about the ammunition type. A YouTuber named Valhalla VFT dove into this, analyzing possible rounds. Standard .30-06 rounds, like Full Metal Jacket FMJ or Soft Point, are designed to penetrate and likely exit, making them unlikely candidates. Frangible rounds, which disintegrate on impact with hard surfaces like bone, could explain the lack of an exit wound but don't align with reports of an intact bullet or fragment recovered. A custom-loaded, low-grain, 100-grain round was considered, but Valhalla's calculations show that even at 2,047 foot-pounds of force, compared to 2,432 for a standard 170-grain round, it would still pierce a human neck. Safety slugs, designed for urban combat to avoid overpenetration, also don't fit the intact bullet narrative. The most plausible theory is a low-grain, 90 to 100-grain, frangible round, which could fragment without exiting, but this still clashes with the autopsy's claim of a recoverable fragment. No official confirmation of a .30-06 rounds recovery exists, leaving the mystery unsolved. Another enigmatic clue emerged on August 13th when a drawing titled "Charlie Kirk Dead at 31" was posted online, depicting a rifle and a person in a prone position on a roof, captioned "Roof 813." The artist isn't directly linked to Tyler Robinson, but a connection is teased, with promises of a reveal by Monday following the video. A separate photo allegedly shows Robinson running through UVU's courtyard at 12:23 p.m., the exact time the shot was fired from the Loy rooftop. This raises questions. Was it Robinson, or was someone else, like his boyfriend or another conspirator, the shooter? The image's authenticity is dubious, as the crowd appears calm, not reacting to a shooting, suggesting it may not align with the timeline. Candace Owens stirred further controversy in her members-only video, where she jokingly remarked that governments honor murder victims with holidays or boulevards, citing Martin Luther King Jr. Some misinterpreted this as accusing Trump of orchestrating Kirk's death, but she clarified her suspicions point to a Middle Eastern state, likely tied to her past conflicts with Jewish donors. Steven Crowder claimed this implied either Erica Kirk, Charlie's wife, conspired with Trump, or Owens was being reckless. Her friend Ian Carroll defended her, calling the interpretation dishonest. Owens has consistently hinted at a foreign actor, not Trump, and her experiences with donor backlash shape her skepticism. The case has also been framed as part of a larger world war by a YouTuber, pitting Trump, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Israel, and Saudi Arabia against George Soros, China, Russia, and left-wing radicals. This narrative ties Kirk's death to suppressed Epstein files, though no evidence links them directly. It's a common conspiracy trope, oversimplifying global dynamics into a binary conflict. Owens' other controversies, like her Australia visa denial in November 2024 for claiming French First Lady Brigitte Macron is transgender, and her inflammatory remarks about Jewish and Muslim communities, add fuel to her polarizing image. Macron's legal team sent her a cease and desist, an unprecedented move from a sitting president's office which she refused to publicize. These pressures, combined with her announced 10-day break on October 19th, sparked safety concerns, though her recent X activity confirms she's alive. The gag order highlights the clash between free speech and a fair trial. Kirk was a staunch free speech advocate, yet the order silences thousands, prompting critics like Alex Jones to call it a secretive trial, hiding police reports and witness accounts. Legally, gag orders on non-parties are presumptively unconstitutional, Nebraska press assin Veer Stewart, 1976. But Owens' influence could sway jurors, risking court action. Local police face scrutiny for possibly misdirecting the initial investigation, with some alleging they downplayed evidence. The FBI and Utah police are now leading, examining CCTV footage, phone records, and WhatsApp chats, but no concrete proof confirms whether Robinson acted alone or with accomplices. The case has been politicized heavily. Some frame it as an anti-Trump plot. others as infighting among conservatives. Owens' claims of Kirk's fears, backed by unshared group chat screenshots, add intrigue but lack substantiation. Critics accuse her of attention-seeking, while supporters see her as a truth-teller. The drawing, the courtyard photo, and the ballistic anomalies keep the conspiracy mill churning, with theories ranging from Soros to China to internal betrayals. This isn't just a murder case. It's a battle over truth, control, and power. Biblically, some draw parallels to Ephesians 6:12, framing it as a fight against unseen forces, not just flesh and blood. The investigation is at a crossroads. Will Owens deliver her promised bombshells after her break-ins post-October 27th? Can she prove her claims of betrayal? Is Tyler Robinson the lone killer, or is a larger conspiracy at play? The gag order's intent to ensure a fair trial clashes with public demands for transparency. Keep an eye on Utah court filings and Owens' X handle at @RealCandaceO for updates. What do you think? Will Owens expose the truth, or will this case fade into obscurity? Share your thoughts below in comment section and subscribe our channel for more updates on this case. Dates on